Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about a book that I think every real estate agent should understand. Good strategy, bad strategy. Because a lot of agents think that they have a strategy, but what they really have is a goal, and they are two very different things. Saying, I want to sell 30 homes this year, I want to make more money, or I want to grow my brand or my team, or I want more listings. That is not a strategy. That is a desire, that is an outcome, and that is a target. And the problem is a lot of agents live frustrated because they keep setting goals without ever building a real strategy to get there. The big idea from the book, Good Strategy, Bad Strategy, has three different parts. First, it's diagnosis. You have to tell the truth about what's really going on in your business. In real estate, that might sound like my business is too referral dependent and I don't have a predictable lead source. Or it could sound like I'm busy but not productive because I'm spending too much time reacting and not enough time lead generating or cultivating those relationships. Or maybe I keep losing listings because I'm not clearly communicating my value with my clients or on my appointments. That's a diagnosis. And most people skip this part because it requires them to be honest. And it's easier to say, I just need to work harder than it is to say, like, what's the actual problem in the business? But harder is not always the smarter solution. The second part to the book is what is the guiding policy? And that means what is the overall approach that you're going to take to solve that specific problem that you have in your business? So let's say the diagnosis is, I don't have a consistent pipeline. Your guiding policy might be something like, for the next 90 days, I'm going to simplify my business and focus on one audience, one lead pillar, and one follow-up system until I build that consistency. That's a strategy. Not doing a little bit of everything, not posting randomly, buying leads, door knocking one day, circle prospecting or calling expireds, hosting an event, then disappearing for 2 weeks because you just ran yourself in circles and you got overwhelmed. That's not a strategy. That's a scattered effort. Have you ever heard the saying, like, throwing spaghetti up against a wall and seeing what sticks? And scattered effort is why a lot of talented agents stay stuck. Then comes the third part. Coherent action. This is where your daily and weekly actions actually line up with the strategy. So if your strategy is to become the go-to listing agent in your farm area, then the actions should reflect just that. That might look like calling homeowners in that neighborhood every week, sending relevant marketing updates, creating video content for that specific area, door knocking consistently and introducing yourself, following up with every conversation and tracking your conversations and your responses. Now you have alignment. Now actions are building upon each other, and that's where momentum really comes from. I think this is one of the biggest lessons for agents. Good strategy is usually simple, but it is not vague. A bad strategy says, I'm going all in this year. I'm going to dominate. I'm going to be everywhere. I'm going to do all the things. It sounds exciting, but it doesn't tell me what problem you're trying to solve in your business, what choices you're making, or what actions matter the most to actually get you the result you're looking for. So, good strategy forces trade-offs. It says, because this is the problem, this is then the path, and these are the actions that I need to take. That means you also stop wasting energy on things that don't fit into that system, path, or action. And honestly, where a lot of agents burn out comes from doing just that. They're either pivoting too often, their plan is too vague, not from hard work alone, but from putting hard work into too many different things at once or going in too many different directions. So here's the real question. What is the actual problem in your business that you're trying to solve right now? Not the surface problem, like I don't have enough business. Not the emotional version, I'm worn out, I'm overwhelmed. But the real problem, is it lead generation? Is it your conversion? Is it your confidence? Is it your lack of follow-up? Are you doing too many things? Are you not having the consistency? Trying to build a business that doesn't actually fit with your strength zone could be a big part of it. Because once you diagnose the real issue in your business, you can create a strategy that actually works. And that's the point, right? The agents who win are not always ones doing the most. They're the ones doing the most intentional, focused, and aligned things over and over again. Time on task over time. So don't just ask yourself, what are my goals? Ask yourself, what is my strategy? What is the problem that I am solving for? And what am I choosing to focus on? And do my actions actually match that? We all fall into this trap of trying to solve for a problem and then trying to solve for a different problem the next hour or 2 days later, and constantly just trying to fix all of the problems. What is the problem? Because clarity beats hype, focus beats frenzy, and a real strategy will outperform random hustle every single time. If you're unsure of what the actual problem in your business is, or you know what the problem is, but you're not sure how to create the strategy or the actions or what to do to really stay consistent with it, and you would like help, please reach out. I'd love to help.